Today we're going to talk about profits interests or profits units in an LLC. Now, if you have a corporation, you may think, well, I'll just skip this part of the series, but I have to tell you, there are some really good tools that are available with this type of equity incentive that is not available in a corporation. And sometimes, if you're privately held, we will restructure the company and put a new holding company in place to allow for these different incentives to be given to your employees. The biggest advantage of profits interests are that you can avoid tax consequences to the employees at the time of grant. How do you do that? You set what we call a hurdle. So let's just say the company is valued at $10 million at the time that you start granting out equity to employees. If you give someone 10% of a $10 million company, they're going to have $1 million tax bill. A lot of times employees can't afford that. So what do? We set what's known as a $10 million hurdle. So it says when we go sell the company or when we start paying out money to the owners, that first 10 million is going to go to the people that grew that 10 million. Once we hit that 10 million, then that employee starts to share in those return on equity. So it's a great option to not have any tax consequences at the time of grant and really reward the people that were there growing the value of the company. Over time, you can continue to use these profits interests and grant equity. So usually companies want to pick like 2 times a year, maybe have a valuation and then set the threshold and then do their annual or biannual grants. Obviously, you don't want to do these monthly. If there are significant changes in valuation, it's just not worth getting lots of valuations for this. Again, you can file an 83B election, which I talked about in part 7 of the series. You'll want the owners to sign your operating agreement of the company. You can set vesting and you can set voting or non-voting. So those are really the main benefits. And again, you want to talk to your lawyer because these are complex. Thanks.